Is it true that Michael Jackson tried to end the beef with you in 50?
Yeah, man, that was a weird story that don't even sound like it's true, man. Mike called me, and he called me in my room. I think we was in
Red Rose, White Silk.
He said, man, Michael Jackson on the phone. He said it so nonchalantly. I was like, huh? What?
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
He said, Michael Jackson on the phone. Pick up your phone. Pick up the phone rang, and they put Mike through. And I picked up the phone. It wasn't Mike. It was some British dude. And he was like, yeah, Michael, he'll be here in 25 minutes.
C-A-P. Cap.
All right, y'all. So the game says that during his feud with 50 Cent, Michael Jackson, yes, Michael Jackson, personally called him to end the beef. And then he hung up. Yeah. We got to talk about this.
P.O.P. Only die.
Man, look, in the land of cap, hip-hop has a few artists you can always rely on for a good laugh. I mean, when they start telling stories, you could get a good laugh out of this shit, man. Not even gonna front. Like, the moment they start talking, you already know you about to hear something crazy. I mean, we just went through this recently, listening to Kevin Gates tell his stories.
I meet some of the strangest, most interesting people that just be attracted to me. Like, I met a fucking monk one time that said he never talked, but he had to talk to me.
Start your battery for you. She said, we need jumper cables. I say, no, you don't. I put my hands on the battery. I got this little thing that I do. I told her, give me the keys. I jumped in there and cranked the car. She said, you my angel. I say, speak nothing of this.
And I ain't gonna lie, man, charging a car battery with your bare hands, making a monk who took a vow of silence break it for you, that's elite storytelling, dog. That shit is next level imagination. But look, man, we all know the game is one of those guys, right? The game has told so many stories over the years that even when we're not 100% sure if he's lying, we're also never fully convinced that he's telling the truth.
Dot was hype man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I asked Top again at my house in Glendale. I was like, let me get Dot. He was like, nah. But he was like, yo, what if we piece up TDE? And I was like, man, I got Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
I want you to do.
So when you
thing.
say let me get Dot, are you talking about let me get him as an artist or as a feature?
Let me get him as an artist because I already knew. I knew what he was gonna be.
Lies, lies, and more lies, and lies on top of lies.
The shit is entertaining, but it always leaves doubt, right? This is the same dude who ran with the Red Rose, White Ceiling freestyle and let people believe he was spitting that shit straight off the dome.
Red Rose, White Ceiling.
Red Rose, White Ceiling. Red Rose, White Ceiling. I'm in that Red Rose, White Ceiling. Yo, Red Rose, White Ceiling.
I'm in the rapping mood. Anybody can rap. Anybody want to, challenge me? You ain't have to come at me like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Now it's my turn. I ain't freestyling in a minute. Man, let me see. Look, Red Rose, White.
Topic is the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I be rocking my Kobe's, I be in a Red Rose.
Get out of here.
Listen, man, it was entertaining. Nobody is denying that, man. But recently, the game has been back in the conversation because people thought he was dissing Kendrick Lamar. Of course, he denied it, then said some things that actually contradicted the denial, which basically told us, yeah, you probably not being honest, dog. Surprise, right? So now the game sits down with Shannon Sharpe, right, and tells a story. I ain't gonna lie. This shit sounds absolutely insane.
Is it true that Michael Jackson tried to end the beef with you in 50?
Yeah, man, that was a weird story that don't even sound like it's true, man. Mike called me, and he called me in my room. I think we was in Vancouver.
Right.
He was in Canada. He said, man, Michael Jackson on the phone. He said it so nonchalantly. I was like, huh? What?
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
He said, Michael Jackson on the phone. Pick up your phone. Pick up the phone rang, and they put Mike through. And I picked up the phone. It wasn't Mike. It was some British dude. And he was like, yeah, Michael, he'll be here in 25 minutes.
Now look, y'all, I ain't here saying he lying yet, but here's the problem. When you known for adding extra details that never happened, even when you telling the truth, people are always ready to throw the cat flag on your stories.
And I was thinking to myself, why you just ain't calling 25 minutes?
Y'all expect me to stay on the phone for 25 minutes?
So I put speakerphone and I left it on, and I left it, and it's got like, the wait for Michael Jackson music. It wasn't like beat it or nothing. Right. It was just like regular elevator music. Came in, and he was like, hey. And I was like, that ain't the hey, I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That heavy ass voice.
Yeah, he didn't have that
Like-
hey, it's
yeah.
Michael. He didn't sound like that. He sounded like a regular dude.
Right.
So but you could tell it was Michael Jackson.
Right.
I mean, come on now. You're telling me a rep for Michael Jackson called you, put you on hold, and you waited like you was on the phone with Verizon Wireless trying to discuss some roaming charges? Like, dog, that's crazy, dog. But all right, let's keep going.
So I was like, hey, what's up? And he was like, he's like, you know what I want to tell you? And I was like, what? And he was like, that's how we do. That's how we do magic. It's magical. It's magical. And I was like, yeah, it's a really good song. He was like, no, it's magical. He was like, I was riding in the car the other day and I told my driver, you put on that 15 game song. That's how we do. It's so magical. And he said it's magical about 30 times. And I was like, okay, it's magical. But then he said, and then you know what you guys did? You followed it up. You came with that how we do. And now it's a whole magic show. You guys are so magical together. He was like, I don't understand why you guys are at odds or beefing. He was like, I got an idea. We should fix the beef on my album. And that's when he lost me. And I was like, everything after that was like,
why we gonna put it on your album? Why not put it on my?
I don't know. It's Michael Jackson, number one. But I was just
You didn't think he was being truthful? You did?
No, I just was like, I hated 50 so much at that time. I just was like, Mike threw me off with that. And I was just like, yeah, he lost me in the conversation. So I ended up hanging up.
You hung up on Mike?
I did.
Come on, Gabe. You can't hang up on Mike. That's the greatest artist ever.
Yeah, I know, man. If I could, again, man, 24.
Come on now, dog.
And this is why we have such a hard time listening to the game stories, man. So let me get this straight. You waited on hold for 30 minutes, waiting for Michael Jackson, the Michael Jackson, one of the most iconic superstars in human history. And then he finally gets on the phone, tells you, the game, he wants you to be on his album, and you hung up.
Stop the cap.
So you want us to believe that you sat through the whole magical buildup just to hang up after Michael Jackson himself spoke to you? Man, see, this is why people struggle with your stories, dog. Because sometimes it just feels like the game can't tell regular stories. Like, maybe regular stories is just too boring for him. Like, maybe he always got to add something. Maybe what really happened was you got a prank call from a Michael Jackson impersonator. Then you realized it wasn't really Michael Jackson, so you hung up. That's a believable story, but you can't tell that one because you gotta spice it up, right? Now it's, it was really Michael Jackson. Man, come on, dog. I want to say you can't make this up, but clearly, here we are. Look, man, I'm not gonna sit here and just blatantly say that he's lying because I don't know the game personally, right? I don't know what kind of phone calls he was getting back then. It's possible that he really got the call. But look, man, if it was Michael, you don't hang up on Michael Jackson, bro. Especially not you. For somebody who always wanted superstar recognition, who always wanted to be looked at as one of the greatest MCs, I find it very hard to believe you hung up on Michael Jackson, man. Even if you hated 50 that much, you don't even follow up. You don't even hear the offer. That's wild to me, man. And let's not forget, 50 Cent in the Game eventually did that fake peace conference where they told everybody they were cool and then went right back to dissing each other. So to know that you had a chance to collab with Michael Jackson, and even if it was Michael Jackson from Times Square, Manhattan, it's still something, y'all. But look, I just want to know what y'all think. I thought this was funny as hell, but listen, man, once you have this thing of being a guy that tells stories and just kind of throws extra sauce in there, people are always going to look at it like that, man. But y'all let me know, do y'all think the game is lying? Do y'all think he is telling the truth? Or do you think he's telling the truth with a whole lot of extra seasoning? Let me know in the comment section, man. Y'all already know what it is. Till next time, it's your boy Goods, BigZoeTV. Let's go.
It's fun to do bad things.
Take off the short nail, take off the dope plate, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer bullshit off, and what do you have?
You ugly as fuck.